Okay, so hello and welcome to this most recent reaction video, yet another one regarding a very important topic, which is AI actually going to replace AI agencies? Okay, I'm obviously an AI entrepreneur. I own an AI company, Camille.ai. I know a lot of people that run AI agencies. If you're watching this video right now, chances are you're in the AI space running an agency or you're kind of building stuff on your own time, or you're just interested by the industry in general. So it's quite interesting to see Liam Ottley, which is the GOAT, by the way, of the AI space, kind of titling his video, AI is replacing AI agencies. Now what? Because obviously you want to maintain a certain adaptability. If you've been in the online space for a while, I've been in the online space like 2.5 years at this point. So you have to constantly adapt. You can't just run the same ads. You can't just run the same offers. You have to evolve with the industry, and especially if you've been in AI for the past year or more, then you know that as well. So this video, kind of a bit of a different one since it is a 33-minute video. I already watched the whole thing. I'm not gonna lie. It was so interesting though that I wanted to react to it and give you kind of my take and my sauce on what he's saying. So yeah, subscribe to Liam Ottley if you haven't already. Subscribe to this channel. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers for the 29th of June. Let's hit it for like August, guys. Come on. Okay, so shoot me a subscribe. Like the video if you do end up liking it, which I'm pretty sure you will. And yeah, I'll probably chop up the most pertinent bits of this video. And if you want to check out the full 33-minute version, we'll just go on Liam's channel and check it out. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
All AI agencies will be out of business very soon.
I just figured out how to use Claude 2.7 to generate pretty much any kind of automation.
Let me show you how you can have an almost production-ready N8N workflow.
Let's see what we got.
And you can click on the little drop down here. You'll see we've put together all of these different agents with one single prompt.
I've been experimenting a lot with Claude and MCPs, and I really believe this fundamentally can change the way we work and do automations.
And so, a good bet will be to be a plumber.
Pretty cold intro,
Right,
I'm not gonna lie.
Title, you know what this video is about? We're going to be breaking down how AI agencies can survive as AI is.
I'll just move my camera, I guess, to the other side since his is right there.
Increasingly doing more and more of the tasks that we traditionally thought were ours and were going to be the way we make money forever, right? But of course, this is part of being in a rapidly changing environment, and we kind of all expected this. And so in this video, I'm going to break down what's happening right now and how AI systems are helping, sort of not helping, but they're encroaching on the services that us as AI agencies typically serve, and how you can sort of escape that competition, how myself and my team at Morningside have got away from that and have moved into a very different model and very different area of providing value to businesses.
That's actually super important. I know a lot of companies that are already racing to the bottom, just like marketing. They're offering marketing in addition to an AI caller, an AI chatbot to book the appointments, automate the backend, and they're selling that for like $5K for a 3-month plan, which is less than $2K a month. And obviously it's not even a yearly thing. So if you've built AI systems before, you know that 3 months is definitely not enough. So there's already kind of a race to the bottom happening. And one thing that I'm kind of doing at my company is positioning myself, and this is what Liam's going to talk about in this video, is positioning yourself to not directly be in competition with those companies offering AI, but like a very cheap or basic or clickbaity version to kind of just get people in and then sell them at a low ticket price, right? Because you won't be able to compete with that, especially if you're in this to actually build something great.
That I'm going to walk you through in this video as well. So I'm going to get clear on what the problem is here and then give you a clear solution based off my own experience of what I'm actually doing in my agency to survive this. So I hope this is going to be helpful for you all. That's definitely going to be very helpful for you all. So I put together a little slideshow here for you all. We can just get through it. So we're going to be covering why most development is dead. That's the first thing. Why businesses are still doomed to fail, even though AI development will likely become commoditized. And then we're going to be getting into the historical patterns to look at, so how can we get a read on this? How can we see, like, how is this going to play out? Of course, we can look back to history, which is sort of my favorite thing to do with these kind of trends. It's how I spotted the whole AI automation agency thing in the first place.
True, he was one of the firsts. I'm not gonna lie.
We're going to be looking at the hidden pivot that changes everything, a transformation of yourself as an agency and service provider in the AI space to being more focused on a different set of deliverables. We're going to go into that. We're going to be looking at this $73 billion blind spot that very few people are seeing, and even fewer are actually taking advantage of, and that's what myself and the team at Morningside have been doing over the past 6 to 8 months. And we're going to be ending off with a new AI agency value stack that, in light of AI starting to do more and more of the development, which we'll go into in a second,
I like this pop-up here. Same thing for me as well. Watch to the end, because to be honest though, the probably most important sections are these 3 last ones. Like, these are probably cut out from the final video, so you won't see them, but these 3 are super, super important.
we can provide a much more robust and future-proof value stack for you as AI agency owners. So let's get into it. Really excited for this one. There's a lot to cover, so stick with me. I've tried to make it as visual as possible. So if you're new to the channel and you don't know who I am, if you're watching this video about AI agencies, you probably know who I am. But just a quick recap, my name is Ottley. I'm founder of Morningside AI. We founded it in March of 2023. And since then, we built it into an agency that's served some of the world's biggest brands, including the NBA team and others. And back in May of 2023, I actually created the AI automation agency model. I came up with the name, my business partner and we started talking about it, and sort of the rest is history. So this important sort of inflection point for the space, I feel like it's important for me to chime in and give you guys a bit of direction. I mean, I got a lot of you into the space. I gave you the model and the idea, and now I feel like I'm responsible for giving you, at least showing you what we're doing at Morningside to survive this shift that's underway. So we're on track to do $10 million annually across all of my different AI businesses. I've got over 60 people across the whole world working for me at the moment, and we've had a pretty rapid run over the past 2 years, as you can tell. So
that's pretty wild. So as you can see, Liam is insanely qualified, but I want to put your attention to the team size, okay? Because like I always say, the goal of business is not to do everything yourself, not to work 80-hour weeks, although Liam probably does work a lot, but I'd like bet a lot of money that he doesn't work more than 30 hours, max 40 hours a week, even running a business doing 10 mil plus, not an valuation, which is super important. Okay, a lot of people like to talk about their company valuations, but that's actually collected revenue. So there's a big difference there. So as someone doing those amounts, working 40 hours or less a week, it's pretty good. And it's by leveraging a team and systems such as AI.
that's a bit about me.
By the way, if you want me to kind of show my experience in the whole online space, like break it down maybe on a timeline or something like that in an 8-10 minute video, let me know in the comments down below. We'll see if there's a lot of people that comment. If that's what you want to see, then I'll definitely check it out.
Last 2 years, as you can tell. So that's a bit about me. If you are new to it, be in the description down below. Let's get into it. So what's actually going wrong here? How is AI replacing us as AI agencies? And that comes down to things like what we have here on screen, where we have my man Mark, one of my good friends and original Accelerator members, so it's awesome to see Mark absolutely crushing it these days. But Mark has been putting out some really fantastic videos. Highly recommend you check his channel out. But as you can see, you guys have probably seen a lot of it as well, or even tinkered around with it yourself. But you can now get Claude to generate the JSON schemas required for N8N templates and also make, and everything. All of these automation systems are basically based on some kind of schema underneath, so you can feasibly, if you give enough context to the LLM, it can generate these for you.
This is what actually the 2 developers at my company, Jeremy and Ash, are already doing. They've been doing this for, I'd say, like 1 to 2 months now. We've been using N8N for everything. Okay, highly recommend you check it out. It's probably the most useful software in automation and AI ever. And you can build out the full N8N workflow by just a little prompt, quick prompt in Claude, and then boom, it's generated. It works. You plug it in N8N and that's it. You just put it live. So it's pretty wild what you can do. Highly recommend you go check out Claude.ai as well. It's better than ChatGPT and Grok and DeepSeek for everything that's copy and kind of workflow related.
I'm going to be honest, I still haven't gotten it to the point where it's just like plug and play ready to go, so there's still some tweaks to be made. But this is how far we are right now, and it's only going to get worse moving forward, right? Or worse or better, whatever you want to say. Depends from whose perspective, I guess. But for us, this is a bit scary, right? If it's like this at the moment, and I know that these platforms, I mean, you already had Zapier quite a long time ago, where in Zapier you could, I'll put it up on screen, but you could type into Zapier and tell the automation you wanted it to make, and it would at least map out the draft of it. You're going to see this coming to things like N8N and Make very, very soon, I'm sure. And so inside each of these builders, there's going to be this kind of self-serve automation builder that feasibly business owners will be able to go on and do it themselves, right? Why would they come to us if they can just do it themselves
On that point, though, a lot of people talk about if these platforms make it super easy for anyone to create workflows and whatnot, why wouldn't business owners go ahead and do them? And frankly, I mean, in my case, we work with companies of at least 5 employees, upwards of our biggest implementation was 50 employees. And basically, it's like the Facebook ads. Like anyone can go and launch Facebook ads, but number one, not everyone can actually get the same results with it. And number two, are you really going to take your time learning it and doing it? Or as it is in the case with most things in business, will you just outsource it to an expert? So this part right here, I understand Liam framing it for the average individual that's like, oh shoot, like panicking, but it just doesn't work that way. You don't just have a software released and then everyone loses their job. It doesn't work like that.
Another example, just to really drive this point home, accounting software. So when QuickBooks and stuff like that, Xero came out, you would think that, oh, well, I've got a software now. If I can just go on there and do all the books myself, why would I need an accountant? Why would I need to have a professional help me do it? Well, actually now all the accountants are the ones using QuickBooks.
Exactly kind of what I was talking about earlier. It's that these SaaS platforms that get released to the market that simplify certain tasks, the most amount of people using them are the actual professionals that were already doing that service, but now can just do the service faster, more efficiently, and more cost effectively, so they can offer it for lower prices. But the business owner is not going to start doing all his accounting just because QuickBooks got released. Like, I don't do it. I don't know many business owners that do their own accounting and stuff because it's just a pain at this point.
So across multiple clients, they've got sort of the experience and the tools of the trade. They can get you better results for your money in this case than a complete rookie. While you could do it, it's a question of will they do it? And could a professional actually use this to decrease their prices, to give a better service to their clients? And this is what you can see as, say, if you had an N8N prompt to automation thing built into their platform. We would be the ones using it. We'd be going on there and rapidly delivering these kind of solutions for them, being able to decrease our price there, give a better offering, decrease...
Exactly. Like, no business owner is going to go start playing around with N8N and Claude and all this stuff. It's going to be essentially your job made easier and more cost effectively for the customer, and you're going to be able to do it at scale with minimal fulfillment, basically. So it's just a plus. There's nothing to be worried about.
And things just go so much smoother than we've ever really had before in the agency. And the best part about all of this is that it pays bloody well as well. So we've got a project at the moment going for $60,000 for a 4-week AI audit.
That's wild. To see companies with 100+ employees, because no one else is going to pay. That's just for the audit, by the way. So they're probably going to pay 4 times that amount for the actual like implementation and development aspect of the audit.
We started off, our first one was free, and I'm going to touch on this more in a later video.
That's a good strategy to just start with one client. I know that Hermosi drove this point multiple times. It's like if you're new to the service industry, like I've been in it for 2.5 years. Thankfully, I actually never really had to do free trials upfront, but had I done things differently, I would have probably done that just because it gives you a lot of the experience. Actual implementation gives you a case study, gives you a reference, so then you can actually charge way more premium prices and just scale a bit more easier than, say, just having to constantly at a disadvantage since you don't have the data, right?
For us to get here, our first project we did for free, 8-week AI audit for free for a $200 million a year steel company in New Zealand, and that was really for us to just cut our teeth. We lost $30,000 in that, but we intentionally spent on that because it was free, but we learned so much and rolled that immediately into a $30,000 US project for a 6-week audit, which was a completely bigger discussion to be had around this as to why this model works. But basically, as you guys know, if you've watched my channel for a while, there's the technology adoption lifecycle, right? The sort of bell curve looking thing. You have your innovators, your early adopters, your early majority, late majority, and then laggards, right? We've done the innovators, the early adopters, they've all had their time. We had that over the past 2 years. Now we're cracking into that early majority, and they are cautious. And they've maybe tried some of the stuff internally, as we've said, but they are very cautious, and they're not.
They are indeed. Most companies, in fact, I'd say 80% of the companies I speak with have been burned by AI agencies. It's just the the ugly truth.
Not necessarily ready to start coughing up $30, $40, $50, $100,000 for dev projects. They want to get first a lay of the land. They are not early adopters. They're not just going to throw money at things without the clear ROI and clear investigation into the use case, particularly after hearing horror stories of the industry or having their own bad ones themselves. So the clarity and the strategy up front is so important to these companies, and that's really the market that we're playing into, and it's really underserved at the moment. There is almost nowhere they can go for the consulting services that we're offering at the moment, particularly because we have a development background as well. So our clients love that we are AI development first and then consulting on top, rather than a lot of these big companies that are just a bunch of fluff, basically.
That's so true, because a lot of these like McKinsey consultants and whatnot, it's people that went to university, got out of university, and that become consultants at these companies, at these large firms that charge six figures, if not multiple six figures a year to just consult when they haven't actually done the thing first. So it's like, hey, improve your marketing, improve this, improve that, but they've never done marketing, so they don't know how you can improve your marketing, right? Like they'll give you paths to follow, but they've never actually battle tested it, right? It's just like kind of templated, oh, this happened in their business, so they have to do this, but we've never actually done it. We just give out this kind of idea when this situation arises, versus you watching this video and ourselves, like at my company at Camille.ai, it's we've done multiple builds for, you know, companies from 5 to 50 employees. So when you go to a company and apply this new framework that Liam is talking about, where you essentially consult and educate and audit the business firstly to kind of, hey, this is your whole business, these are your current systems, this is how we can automate this so that you can reduce the amount of time that your employees spend on these tasks, so that they can focus on other like higher ROI things, and just streamline operational efficiency for these businesses. Even minor effects on productivity have massive impacts on these companies. But the fact that you've already done builds of the thing make you that much more credible.
Great. So getting into the massive opportunity here, the $73 billion gold rush around AI consulting, and that the majority of businesses right now need guidance and not code, right? You might be able to get just like 5.
That's true. Education is absolutely vital in the AI space, especially for these massive companies. The only thing, and this is something that he isn't actually going to cover in this video, I will check out the future videos on this topic and I'll share them if it does arise, but it's how to actually acquire these customers, because like running Facebook ads, cold DM, I mean, I don't know what would be the best way to target 100 plus employee companies. Well, at least, you know, contacting the decision makers of said companies.
You have a chance to evolve and win with this stuff. But you need to stop thinking like a builder. That's not all the value you can offer. And if you have been building, you've got the perfect base for this. And like, you seriously have done all the hard work. And the thing is, people are going to try after I talk about this enough and show up with all the success we're having at Morning. So people are going to try to come in at their consultant level, and they're just going to have none of the base. You guys have been building the base. You've done the hard work. I've always said it. And like, you need to be willing to do the ugly work of getting in there and just like 6 to 12 months of trying to deliver stuff and again, like being burnt and like not being able to deliver on stuff, or feeling like you could have done better, or like regretting the tool choice you had. All of these things that you've been doing, it's the hands-on experience that very few people in this world have right now. This is your chance to be able to step that knowledge up to a much more profitable and scalable form of the model. And we have the benefit that the trend is towards development becoming so easy that.
So I 100% agree with Liam on that point, that you have to actually do the thing for like a year, or else if you go right into offering consultancy, you're basically just like a cheap version and even shittier version, pardon my language, of like a McKinsey or a Deloitte, like he gave an example earlier. So yeah, you want to build the thing, do the things, like build the automations, the workflows, a company around fulfillment, on dev fulfillment, and then you can kind of move slowly into the consultancy. I'm not even in the consultancy. This is the first time I'm hearing of this business model. It's kind of making my mind churn a little bit, kind of the gears are turning in my head, but it is quite interesting. I hope that you took something from this video that's quite important. I'll end it here because the rest is kind of just him doing call to actions and stuff. So yeah, hopefully you took a couple things. To be honest, there was a lot of golden nuggets in this video. If you want to check out the full thing, I'll link it down below. But yeah, there was a lot of golden nuggets. Hope you implement and take action on those. And on that note, I will see you in the next video.